Fisherfolk in Region 6 on Friday began receiving the government's $150,000 one off cash grant, a commitment made by President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali. The exercise, which was led by Vice President Dr. Bar Jagdeo, saw over 1,600 fisherfolk benefiting. While fisherfolk were expecting to receive the grant sooner, Vice President Jagdeo explained that the government had to take every measure to verify the list of persons who were registered for the grant. This, he said, was to avoid giving government a bad name, while at the same time ensuring that persons are not being dishonest.
One thing we don't want to do is to not help people who actually are fishermen. So that is why we took some time on putting up the names as in the same people from the community. So we said, don't blame us if you don't object now. You don't come and blame the PPP because you can come and say this man didn't catch no fish.
The Vice President says government has decided that the process cannot be delayed any longer since many of the persons on the list are in need of the assistance now. However, he noted that while most people will be receiving their grants on the spot, some will have to wait for further verification. This includes some persons who do not have any form of identification.
We look at the voters list and we also look at the ID, if you have ID. And so a lot of the people who are on boat, and that's the majority of the people here, will get their grant today. Some people don't have ID cards. So we have the check, but we're not gonna give you, we're gonna meet with you now, you gotta verify that you're actually the person who don't have ID cards. And then another set who don't have ID cards and not on the voters list too, so you don't know if they exist or is the right person.
Those fisherfolk without identification were assured by the Vice President that they will not be excluded, but stressed that there is need for verification.